and welcome. You are watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Abigail Karmalim bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. The Journey as a Metaphor for Life Between Transformation and Change is the title chosen by the Association Voluntariato Caritas Salesiani as the title for its 2020 report, a year that we will not forget, although we would like to do so, as President Laura Amadini writes. On the other hand, no trip is without challenges and risks. To travel there is still courage and prudence, calculation, but also audacity, says Father Francisco Serrada, parish priest of the parish Santa Maria Auxiliatrix e Don Bosco of Sesto San Giovanni, in the same document. Courage and audacity, skills that have certainly not been lacking for the many volunteers, about 100, of which 70 are active, who with their commitment, self-denial and skills have welcomed 1,263 people, of whom 772 are new over the past year, 295 Italians and 968 foreigners. The Children's Home Meghalaya is a center developed by the Salesian NGO People's Action for Rural Awakening in favor of disadvantaged children in the Konasima area in Rajamundry, East Godavari district, Andhra Pradesh state, India. The house was started to support children who have dropped out of school, rescue working children and provide a place of welcome for children who live on the street or who have escaped from dysfunctional families. Thanks to the support of Salesian Missions, the Salesian Missionary Prosecutor's Office in New Rochelle, United States. The Salesian Center is a children's institution authorized by the Juvenile Justice Act, which stands close to a railway station where children who have fled their families or abandoned often gather, looking for solutions to travel again or to beg or to survive. Salesian staff have good relations with the Railway Police Department and also develop a synergy to recover the children from the station, take them to the juvenile authorities and from there to the house Meghalaya. The Salesian congregation has been present in Brazil for more than 120 years with works and missions in 23 of the 27 Brazilian states. The missionary Salesian province of Brazil, Manaus BMPA, after good discernment and despite the lack of religious, accepted the invitation of the Salesian bishop of Cruzeiro do Sul in the state of Acre, Monsignor Juvenal, to open the first Salesian presence in that state. The new mission was entrusted to Don Roberto Capelletti, an Italian Salesian missionary for almost 10 years present in the country, who was asked to collaborate with the bishop to take his first steps in this great challenge. Acre is the last state annexed by the Brazilian Confederation. It is part of the Amazon area bordering Bolivia and Peru. The town of Cruzeiro do Sul has about 80,000 inhabitants, located in the northern tip of the state, a few kilometers from Peru. It is the last city into northern Acre. A few kilometers later, the road ends and the mountains and the Amazon forest begins. To respond to the various challenges posed by the territory through the resources of the Salesian charism, the Salesian community located in the so-called Coffee Axis, Ehe Cafetero in the Columbia Midland Province, COM, has opened a daily oratory youth center in the La Cecilia district of the city of Armenia. This new educational and pastoral proposal, created in response to the appeals of the church and the Salesian congregation to go towards the new frontiers and peripheries, has benefited more than 100 children and young people as of now. 16 educators from the Salesian province, Spain, St. James the Greater SSM, participated from 22nd to 24th February in an innovative pastoral training program on godly play, a method of education for children to the faith that starts from the principles of Montessori. As part of the training program proposed for this year by the Provincial Delegation for Youth Ministry, the sessions explored the application of the principles of the Montessori method to religious formation. During the 3 days, a context for action was provided and some tools were offered for learning the contents of the Christian faith based on the Bible, sacred history, parables, liturgical gestures. The proposal enhanced meaningful learning that started from the participants' personal and group experience, sought to incorporate all intelligences and develop through cooperative and community work. The Salesian trainees from the Paraguay province PR held their first meeting of the year from 4 to 6 March to share experiences of spiritual, pastoral and community life. Accompanied by Father Mario Villalba, PR Provincial, and Father Delio Barreiro, Provincial Delegate for Formation, the participants explored the themes: the Salesian as a witness of evangelical radicalism, the identity of the consecrated Salesian, and the spiritual dimension and the pastoral care of the stage of training according to the ratio, which is the guiding document of the formation of the Salesians of Don Bosco. From 1st to 5th March, the young people of the Salesian Agricultural and Technical Educational Units of Cuenca and Porte were the protagonists of the vacation week. Cheerful and committed faces highlighted their interest in participating intensely into all the activities animated by the young Salesian post-novices with the support of the collaborators of the youth ministry departments. The activities centered on the theme, "Young man, I say to you, get up," took place on social networks and virtual platforms. On 8 March, Father Gregory Bicomong, Provincial of the Blessed Filippo Rinaldi, Salesian Vice Province of Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands (PGS), officially inaugurated 3 new classrooms of the St. Domenico Savio Primary School of Here Here, animated by the Salesian community of Araimiri. The community already offers its services to the secondary school and to the parish of Mary Help of Christians in the Diocese of Kerema in the Gulf Province, a remote area of Papua New Guinea. In addition to these main activities, the community also takes care of the primary education of all the parish children with 2 schools and learning centers. The St. Domenico Savio Primary School is one of these and welcomes 200 children of 6 educational levels, which for many years was overcrowded. Thanks to the generous heart of the benefactors of the South Korean Salesian Mission Office and many other supporters, the school finally has 3 new fully equipped classrooms. In the near future, the classrooms of other levels of education will also be renovated. Salesian cleric Ernest Musunda is a young missionary from the ZMB province, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Namibia and Malawi who works in the capital of Ukraine. The UKR is among the smallest and youngest vice provinces around the world and recently welcomed 4 young missionaries from different countries. Cleric Ernest is now a practical trainee living in a small community of 2 SDPs. He is one of the 4 young missionaries from ZMB vice province who were sent by the Rector Major to Syria, South Sudan, Kosovo and Ukraine. While the aggressions and attacks continue to rage in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Study Center for Peace, Democracy and Human Rights (CEPADHO) reports a further 45 civilian victims in various massacres within just 10 days in the region. Salesian testimonies also continue to reach the ANTS editorial office on the luminous figure of Luca Atanasio, the Italian ambassador to the Democratic Republic of Congo (DRC), killed on 22nd February in Goma together with the escort Carabinieri Vittorio Lacovacchi and the Congolese driver Mustafa Milambo. March is traditionally the month dedicated to Saint Joseph, husband of Mary. Let's explore some aspects of the saint which can be an inspiration for everyone's life. And the apostolic exhortation Redemptoris Custos, Pope John Paul II writes, "Called to be the guardian of the Redeemer, Joseph did as the angel of the Lord commanded him and took his wife." Inspired by the Gospel, the fathers of the Church from the earliest centuries stress that just as Saint Joseph took loving care of Mary and gladly dedicated himself to Jesus Christ's upbringing, he likewise watches over and protects Christ's mystical body, that is the Church, of which the Virgin Mary is the exemplar and model. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Till we meet again, thank you for being with us.